Zero Vfx is a studio that started out here in Boston.
We started in my basement 7 years ago come January. We're 80 people strong now with offices in both coasts. This is not my basement. We moved out of there since. We're known for the invisible stuff, I think is the main thing. We like to do the stuff that no one sees.
Not in your face. It tells the story, but it's not going to take over the scene and drag the audience out of it.
With Magnificent 7, we were involved from very early on. There was about 900 visual effects shots that varied from, muzzle flashes and bullets hitting things to any projectile in the film, whether it's an arrow or a hatchet or a knife. And then we had to add mountains in hundreds and hundreds of shots because there were no mountains in Louisiana.
It was probably the largest and most apparent work that we did in terms of matte paintings because it was in every shot. They shot without mountains and it needed mountains. So, every shot was a visual effects shot that was supposed to be around that town because the mountains didn't exist.
Most of the mountains behind Rose Creek are a 2.5D NUKE pan and tile system.
Where we had to start was we had to look at the scope of the shots and figure out which directions we do see and which directions we don't.
There's so many big sweeping crane moves that the mountains had to be places if they were there in geography, whether they're 2D planes or full 3D mountains, they had to be properly populated. We had, I think it was 24 different layers of depth of mountains. So they were matte paintings and photos kind of blended together that we could do full flyovers of, and for the most part it was all in NUKE. We probably spent 80% of our time doing one shot, and then 20% of our time doing the rest of the shots. Because we built a system with NUKE that was so procedural, and we had the look developed, it became, all right, you have an extra month to cut, or an extra month and a half, because we don't need the shots yet, because we're gonna get through them fast. And it's amazing for me to see the cut of the film without any work in it, and go, that looks really beautiful, do we really need to do anything here? Do we really need to put mountains in? And then we put the mountains in, and we're like, oh my gosh, we sure did. It's amazing, it was so beautiful without it, and then you add it, and like the scope and the scale just opened up wide. This needs to be the most epic battle in a Western ever. So it was key that we make this battle intense and big, because how else are 7 people, really 7 skilled people, gonna beat 250 gunslingers on horseback? And that came down to hidden explosions.
We're actually down inside the explosions, ground level, and so not only were you seeing them from a distance at times, you were also in them, and it had to envelop you, and it had to sort of feel menacing, it had to feel like you didn't want to be there.
With this kind of work, yeah, we couldn't do it in 2D. We knew right away when we read the script, this is not going to be a 2D, add a couple elements in here. This has to be full volumetric, fully simulated, debris and dust and smoke enveloping everyone. So we had to have full control of the lighting, full control of the density.
And we were able to render those, at times, full beauty passes, but often at times we'd go with an RGB approach. So in NUKE, we could actually sort of pseudo-light and dictate directionality. With that, we were actually able to render more general elements too that could go across multiple shots.
It had to be procedural too, because we had so much time. I mean, the last battle takes place over half an hour. And as the edit got developed, shots would change, so we couldn't have a solution that was going to take us forever. So it was really important that to get that look right, that we had the ability to change this quickly, both with the effects pipeline and within NUKE. We are here to make the best image possible, and all of us are responsible for it. In the end of the day, that's what our job is it's not getting shots to 90%. Pretty much anyone can get there. Someone in his garage can compete against us just to get to 90%. It's getting it to that 97, 98% that takes everything you have.
It was a lot of work, but it was a fun process.
No one knows that we did anything. And several critics that were reviewing the film called out, oh, they found mountains in Louisiana, which is, thank you, that's fun.